So in an earlier video, I talked about how the Russian president has totally destroyed the Russian economy and that massive chaos would follow. Well, right now we're seeing the early signs of this playing out, because not only are many stores running out of essential everyday products, almost everything from groceries to iPhones to machine parts is getting extremely expensive to the point that the average Russian can no longer afford them, which is having a massive impact on the quality of life. Now with that said, let's take a look at the current prices in the Russian supermarkets and retail stores just to see how bad things have gotten. First up, the classic breakfast items such as eggs, milk, cottage cheese, and bread. Here we see that milk takes the lead by increasing with about 45%, followed by eggs and cottage cheese with increases of 30%. Bread seems to be somewhat stable in most supermarkets, which is interesting since global wheat prices have absolutely exploded, increasing the demand for Russian wheat. However, the Russian government was very keen on preventing farmers from exporting their wheat to other countries for better prices to prevent the domestic bread prices from surging. So for now, it seems to have worked for bread. However, it did not work for other domestic products, but we'll get to those in a sec. Then we move on to apples and tomatoes, which are up 35% and 30% respectively, which is again a considerable increase in such a short amount of time, considering that the salaries have not gone up at all. However, these increases are child's play compared to the next item on the list, which are the vegetables. Because carrots are up 100% on average, and yes, this goes for the lowest quality carrots as well, just like with the lowest quality of potatoes that are up 200%, which is crazy considering that the potato is not only a staple in the Russian diet, but it's also a domestic product. So unlike bread, the potato did not avoid the huge price increases that the Russian government tried to avoid. Which brings us to the biggest price hike so far, and that involves the onion, which is also a staple in the Russian diet, and they are up almost 300%. Before we continue, please like and subscribe to support the channel. As you can see, these are not luxury items that you would associate with rich Russian oligarchs, but simply everyday products that most Russians buy, especially when you can't afford meat or fish. And unfortunately, it's exactly these products that have seen massive increases in price. Now with vegetables increasing so rapidly, it's almost impossible for this not to become a complete catastrophe, and most likely many families will go hungry in the coming months. Some other products that have greatly increased in price are sugar, which is up around 150%, and in addition to the major price hike, it is also becoming very scarce since many people are hoarding sugar just like flour and buckwheat. When it comes to consumer electronics, TVs have gone up about 60%, and cameras around 100%, even though most of these brands will simply run out due to the sanctions, just like iPhones, which are up around 50%, and drones that are up a massive 200%. One more interesting item that has seen a major price hike is vodka. Again, you would think that because it's a domestic product, there wouldn't be much of a reason for a major price hike. However, several vodka brands have seen price increases of around 70%. So overall, things are already very bad, and the price increases are more than enough to put the average Russian into serious trouble. However, the full effects are not even here yet, since many products are shipped and stored for months, which means that the new batches still have to arrive, and when they do, they will be even more expensive than what's currently in stores. In addition to this, several foreign companies that have exited Russia are still paying their Russian employees, which raises the question for how long can they keep doing this, since they are not generating any income. This was the exploding prices in Russia. Please like and subscribe for more videos.